Okay, today's lesson, we're still doing parallel and perpendicular. We're going to add one more step. All right, we're going to add one more step today. On Monday, we're going to review and quiz on Monday. And then next Tuesday and Wednesday we'll review, and then next Thursday will be your test on all this stuff. So, should be a pretty good test grade. I know yesterday when y'all were doing those centers, y'all were doing fine with them. So it should be pretty good. But we are going to add one more thing today. All right. So, number 1 says, what is the slope-intercept form of the linear equation with a graph that passes through 8, 9 and is parallel to the graph of the following linear equation? Okay, so when they say slope-intercept form of a line, okay, they just want the formula for a line. So we already know what that formula is. What's the formula for a line? Okay, y equals mx plus b. We also have the point 8 and 9, and so that's going to be our x and y, just like normal. All right. Another key word is parallel. Circle that for me. Another key word is parallel. What does parallel mean? Same what? Slope. Okay. Here's the extra step we have to do today. Here's the extra step. When you look at this right here, what is the slope? You don't know it yet. What do you have to do today on this? You've got to solve it. Okay? So, draw your line, circle y. You might have to write this a little bigger on your paper. Draw your line and circle y. Okay, what do we move into the other side? 7, and it becomes positive 7x. You just write it over to the side. Positive 7x. Can you move up here just for notes, please? So, negative 7x moved to the other side. It became positive 7x. And I have to do one more thing. What is it? Divide everything by 4. Okay? All right. Before you do any more work, let's focus in on what we need. Parallel meant same slope. So which part of all that work is the slope? Okay, so guys, out of this, which part is my slope? 7 over 4, because it's with the what? X. So I want you to write, please, m equals 7 over 4. Please write that. M is 7 over 4. Do we have to flip and change it? No. Okay. That's for perpendicular. Okay. Parallel, we keep it the same. Okay, now we're ready to do what y'all all know how to do. We're going to do this last step. What goes in for y? 9. Came from right there. M, we wrote right here, 7 over 4. X is right there. X is 8 plus b. Okay, y'all know exactly how to do this next part. So in your calculators, make sure you have those out, please. Shh. All right, 7 over 4 times 8. And then I'm going to move the 14 over here and subtract it. So I get negative 5 equals b. Haley, what's my answer then? A, B, C, or D? C. My answer is 7 over 4x minus 5. 7 over 4x minus 5. All right, raise your hand if you have a question. All right, number 2. What is the slope-intercept form of the linear equation that passes through 3, -5, and is perpendicular to the following equation? -2x plus 3y equals 6. All right, Tamara, tell me something to circle that's important. Okay, what does that mean? What formula is that? Good. So when I circle that, I also write that formula. When I see that, I write that formula down to help me. Gracie, what else do I need to circle? And what does that mean to do, Gracie? Flip and change. Okay? All right, Monica, can I go ahead and flip and change one of those numbers? Do I know what the slope is? No, what do I have to do to this? I got to draw my line and circle y. I've got to draw my line and circle y. All right, Jacob King, what moves to the other side first? Yep. It becomes what when you move it over here? Yep, positive 2x. Chad, what else do I do on this one? All right, Bishop, which one of these is the slope? The 6/3 or the 2/3? Because it's the one with the x. Good. So this is my slope, but it said perpendicular. So Daniel, how does 2/3 become perpendicular? All right, so guys, please write this one little step that will help you. M equals -3/2. M equals -3/2. You got to flip and change it to make it perpendicular. All right, Andrew, help me with what I'm going to do next. Good. Good. So what goes in for Y? All right, what goes in for M? Good. And what goes in for X? Very good. All right, y'all know what to do next. You're going to multiply right there, so it gives you -9/2. You're going to have to do math enter on that one. Hold on. People aren't there yet. All right, when you move -9/2 over here, it becomes +9/2. So you have to type that in your calculator. -5 plus 9/2, get 1/2. 1/2. All right, Ethan H., what's my answer? A, B, C, or D? I'm calling on you. What's our answer? What's the answer? Oh. 1/2 is your B. All right, never mind. Hold up. All right, number 3. Daniel, read number 3. Okay, so keyword is perpendicular. Perpendicular means to flip and change the slope. Where am I going to get a slope on this particular problem? Where's the slope going to come from? Good, rise over run. Very good. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to rise. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 8 divided by 4 gives you, all right. It's perpendicular, so you have to remember to put m equals, what does 2 become? Negative 1 over 2. Remember, put a 1 under it, and you flip and change it. Get negative 1/2.
Okay, so it's negative.
Yes, sir. So, when I originally did it, it's 8 over 4, which gives you 2. Perpendicular means to flip it and change it. If it's positive, it becomes negative. If it's negative, it becomes positive. So it was positive, so it becomes negative. Okay. All right, guys, when you look at your answer choices, I need one that has a slope of negative 1/2. But what's wrong with all of the answer choices? It's true. What else? What else do you notice about them? You've got to solve them. They're not in the form that we are allowed to use. We've got to solve them. So for A, I'm going to draw my line. Draw your line. Circle Y. What moves to the other side? 2x. It becomes what? Negative 2x. And you have to remember what number's in front of Y? What? So it's a negative 1. So I'm going to divide them by negative 1. Okay. The whole goal is to have what for your m? What's your goal? There's the m right here. This is what I'm looking for. Negative 1/2. Right here, is that negative 1/2? No. So A will not work. Okay. All right, on B, Dylan, help me with B. All right, what do I do next? All right, and I make it negative x. What else do you do? Okay. Okay. All right. What happens here? A negative over a negative? Positive. And this is a what right here? Negative. This was a positive, so do they match? Nope. Okay, so let's keep going. For C, Andrew, help me with C. What do I do after I draw my line? Minus 1x. What else do you do? Divide everything by 2. Okay. All right, right here, what is my slope? Negative 1 over 2. Is that what I want it to be? Yes. So C is my answer. C is my answer. All right, number 4. The equation of the line containing one side of the parallelogram is 3x plus 2y equals 8. The opposite side contains the point 0, negative 1. What is the equation of a line that contains the opposite side? Tamara, what's one thing I should do up here? Good. 3x plus 2y equals 8. That's going to be important. Okay. Andrea, what's something else I should circle? All right. I'm going to have to use that point. 0 and negative 7. Yes, Tamara? Good. Equation of a line. What formula is that? Y equals mx plus b. Okay. Dylan, something else that I should circle. I got that circled. Parallel, yep. So they say parallelogram, but it's the same thing as being parallel. What does parallel mean I'm doing? Same slope. If I write it up there, you should write it on your paper. So parallel. So same slope. Okay? All right, Gracie, what am I going to have to do next up there? What kind of work am I going to have to do? Very good. Draw my line and circle Y. Daria, what moves to the other side? So I'm minus 3x. Daniel, what else do I do? Okay. All right. Andrew, which part of this do I want? That's my m. Negative 3 over 2 is my m. Daniel, do I need to flip and change it? What? It's parallel. Parallel means the same. Okay? All right, Monica, where am I going to go from there now that I have my m? Good. So that gives you negative 7. When you multiply these, you get 0 plus b. And so negative 7 equals b. Negative 7 equals b. All right, Dylan, A, B, C, or D? Good. All right, number 5. Which is the equation of a line perpendicular to 3x plus 6y equals 12 and passing through 4, 0? Jacob King, what's something I should circle?
Circle out. And it's like 3x. No. The equation of a line. Stuff like that.
Daniel, what do I do for equation of a line?
You put y equals x plus 2.
Very good. Bishop, what's something else I should circle? Good. All right. Jacob King, that's your warning. Okay. Haley, what should I do next? Good. I can label that X and Y. Chad, what else should I do? Daniel, that's your warning. All right, so I'm moving 3x to the other side. So I got 12 minus 3x. I'm writing it right there so you can see it better. Tamara, what else am I going to do? What am I going to do right here? How do I get y by itself? Divide everything by 6. Okay? All right, guys, you're going to have to pay attention on this one. Which one of these is my m, the 12 over 6 or the 3 over 6? Okay, that one reduces. So you're going to need to, you should double check these in your calculator. 3 over 6 is going to break down to negative 1/2. All right, so you get negative 1/2, and it's perpendicular. Quit. Perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean to do? Flip and change it. Flip and change. So negative 1/2 becomes what? Positive 2 over 1. That's my m. That's my m. And you can mark that out. We don't need it anymore once you get your m. All right. All right, Dylan, help me out from here. Good. Okay. When I multiply these, I get 8. It's positive 8. When I move it over here, it becomes, so negative 8 equals B. Okay. All right, Jacob King, A, B, C, or D?
B.
Very good. All right, number 6. Try that one on your own. Number 6, go ahead and try it. Okay, here we go. On this one, negative x, when you move over here, it's plus 1x. And you're dividing by 3. So your m is 1/3. Why does your m stay 1/3? Because it's parallel. Time's up. M is 1/3 because it's parallel. It stays the same. So when you do y equals mx plus b, negative 4 equals negative or positive 1/3 times negative 3 plus b. And when you multiply those, it gives you negative 1. Move it over here, it becomes positive 1. So you get negative 3 for your b. So y equals 1/3 x minus 3. All right, so the people who were doing what they were supposed to do got a little reward right there. All right, so let's go to the next one. Number 7, find the equation of a line passing through the point 4, negative 1, perpendicular to the line having the equation negative 8x minus 4y equals negative 12. Ethan H., what's the key word on this one? Perpendicular. So I'm going to draw my line and circle y. Monica, what happens when I move negative 8x over here? Ethan H., step out in the hall, please. All right, so I move negative 8x, becomes positive. And what am I dividing by on this one? Very good, negative 4. So I get y equals, I'm going to go ahead and finish this one out because I know that some of that stuff will reduce because it's all even. So some of that's going to reduce. Negative 12 over negative 4. Negative 12 over negative 4. Positive 3, good. Positive 8 over negative 4. X. Okay. All right, guys, please be careful on this one. You got to put m equals. Please do that little step. M equals. Does m equal negative 2? No, because it's perpendicular. You have to flip and change it. So negative 2 becomes 1/2. And if you want to, mark that out so it doesn't confuse you. So m is 1/2. All right, so we'll do the last part, y equals mx plus b. This part is really easy for you guys. So you put negative 1. What goes in for m? And for x, plus b. Okay. Tamara, when I do this, I get 2. What do I have to do with that? Minus it over here, which gives me negative 3 equals b. Negative 3 equals b. All right, so y equals 1/2 x minus 3. Okay,